Hey guys, this is Ivette at Ivette West Photography. I'm here with Diana. Diana, can you please introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, my name's Diana and I run Simply Elegant by Diana. I've been doing this for 9 years and this is absolutely my passion. We focus on educating our clients so that they can enjoy their special day and the planning process. And then the day of the wedding, we go above and beyond so that they can enjoy and relax.
Awesome, I like that. How did you get started into wedding coordinating?
Growing up, I was teaching waltzes. This was at the age of 15. I was teaching waltzes for quinceañeras, and day of the event involved me to coordinate, making sure the kids were ready to go with the performance, and then the DJ was good to go. And so I did that for a few years throughout my youth. After that, life went on and I became a full-time teacher. And in the process, I met my now husband. And when he proposed to me, of course, I was super excited. And I fell in love with wedding planning after I planned my wedding. So I got married in February. And by March of that year, I knew exactly this was what I wanted to do. And so I filed for my business license and started teaching myself and became a wedding planner. And ever since then, I've self-taught myself. I gotten my certificate as a professional because, again, this is super serious for me, and I've been doing it ever since.
Awesome, I like that. And do you work alone with your business, or do you have a team?
Yeah, so when I first started, I actually had my husband help me. He was like my assistant helping me. That didn't last very long, but as the years went by, I've always had an assistant, so I have a total of 5.
Wow, that's a big team. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. You have a lot of help. So how involved are you with the couple?
That is a great question. So it depends on the services that they book me for. I offer full service, I offer partial, I offer what I like to call an 8 weeks of wedding management and also a 4 weeks of wedding management. But if they hire me for full service, I'm very involved. I help the couple every step of the way, from hiring the vendors to design, and then of course the logistics. And then let's say, for instance, if you're doing the 4 weeks, which is the month of, then I help on board 4 weeks before the wedding. So I try to be very involved. I try to set up my couples for success, just so that when I hop on board, whenever, depending on what package they go for, it's an easy transition for all of us.
And do you offer day of coordinator only, or a mix of day of coordinator and then full service?
Yeah.
Explain the benefits of either or.
Yeah. Okay, so before we dive into this question, I just want to clarify what day of means. There's really no such thing as day of. There is no way someone could hop on board and execute the day of the wedding. But nowadays, everyone's shifted their services and is doing more month of. But the difference between full and month of obviously is the timing. Whether you hire a full service planner or a month of coordinator, you're already taking a great, step into having a successful wedding. The nice thing about having a wedding planner is that they guide you through everything, every step of the way. And a lot of times you find yourself not only enjoying the process, because it should be enjoyable, you shouldn't be stressing to plan something that's supposed to be super happy and exciting. For the planner as full service, she knows everything about your wedding day. So it makes it a little bit easier the day of the wedding because she has planned everything along the way. Whereas with month of services, if you don't have the experience as a coordinator, there could be a lot of little details that are overlooked. And then the day of the wedding, you're like, did they want to save the top tier of the cake? Did they bring their cake cutting set? Or, do we need a high chair at that table? Questions like that. So I think there's pros and cons for both packages, but I feel like if you hire someone that knows what they're doing, you'll be fine either way.
Yeah, and that was gonna go towards one of the other questions, which was the difference between hiring an actual full-time professional coordinator versus someone who does it every once in a while.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I have to say, we all have to start somewhere, right? Even I, like when I first started, I started doing my first few weddings for free because I wanted to learn, and I didn't want to charge someone thousands of dollars to, you know, execute their wedding day, and I was learning and messing up. And so I feel that you get what you pay for. You know, it's like, do you go to a plastic surgeon that only has 1 year of experience or 10 years of experience? And so I have grown and learned so much, and I have mastered a lot of things. But again, I've been doing it for 9 years now. When I first started, I did, you know, have a lot of boo-boos, but I learned from that. And so I feel that it just really depends on the couple. Like, what do you want to invest in, and how do you want to remember your wedding day is what I would say. Because I don't want to say like, no, don't hire someone that's just beginning, because again, we all need to get some experience at some point, right? But it's really, you get what you pay for. And that's what I tell my clients all the time. It's like, you get what you pay for future couples that are, you know, planning to get married. Before you start planning your wedding, think of your style. What do you want? What do you vision your wedding day to be like? And your budget. What can your money get you, and how much are you willing to invest? After that, once you have those two things, everything should flow really nicely. But my most important tip for future couples is enjoy the planning process, because you're planning for a special, fun day.
What is rewarding about what you do?
Oh man, everything really. So I I love weddings. I'm like obsessed with weddings, and I think what I love is just, yes, there is a lot of like stressful moments, and there's a lot of behind the scenes, and there's a lot of moments where I'm like, I can't do this anymore. But at the end of the day, the most rewarding part is just seeing and knowing that our couples are happy, and that their day was everything they visioned. And when, you know, the clients and the family is like, thank you, that was so amazing, that is super rewarding, and it makes everything else go away.
Yes.
You just really have to love what you're doing. You have to love.
Yeah. What would you like to accomplish within your career?
This one makes my brain go like For me, I'm that kind of person that I'm always trying to push myself more and more and more. Public speaking is not like my strongest, which is so weird, because the day of the wedding, I'm like, okay, everyone, it's time to do this, you know? But one of my biggest goals is to master my YouTube channel. And by that, I mean like just being really confident in front of the camera, doing less mess ups when I'm speaking, but also being someone that motivates people to want to do more in life. And I want to be a public speaker. Like, I want to be at Wedding MBA one day and talk about weddings and just kind of influence people with my experience, with my story.
I can see you as a speaker, totally.
Really? Thank you. That's a goal. I'm doing everything I can to prepare myself for that. I try to be very realistic, and so that's kind of like my long-term goal. And then,
That's realistic.
Yeah. So we'll see. Maybe one day you'll see me on stage at Wedding MBA.
Could be sooner than you think.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, I want to grow my market here in Vegas and continue to travel to California. And, I'm not giving up my business out there, so I'll be doing a lot of traveling.
Is your team, the team that you have, where are they located?
Yeah, so my team is located in the Bay Area. I have 2 lead coordinators, 2 assistants, and then, of course, myself. They take care of like my double book weddings, but all the weddings that I have out there where I was planned to be lead, I'll be flying out there for. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm like, I gotta do a little behind the scenes of like me in this airplane life.
Those are awesome. Well, thank you, Diana. That was really great. I can't wait to ask you more questions. That way everyone can get more of questions answered about coordinating and for their wedding day and know how to plan their day. You can find me at IvetteWest.com and on Instagram, Ivette West Photography. And Diana, where can they find you?
Yes, first of all, thank you so much for having me. This was super fun. It was really nice to kind of reflect on everything again. But you can find me on Instagram at Book Simply Elegant, or my website is booksiemplyelegant.com. I'm also on YouTube, where I am trying to put a lot of educational videos on there for my couples. So you can find me on YouTube. My channel is Simply Elegant by Diana. But I'm so excited to be here in Vegas, and Ivette, I hope we get to work together really, really soon. So thank you so much for having me.